earlier today I posted a video of this game Balatro, but that one didn't go super well in terms of I didn't realize until it was too late that there had been an issue with the screen, like of just not covering up the full screen. So I just reset my profile and I'll record myself doing a playthrough again. So yeah, the main goal of this game is just to get high scoring hands, which will give you a certain amount of chips and multiplier. And yeah, other than that, you're just trying to modify your deck to get you the highest scoring hands possible as often as possible because the amount of chips you need to reach increases each ante. And yeah, so we'll see how well I do. Yeah, in the shop here, this one is kind of not worth it, really, and that isn't super worth it. I think I'm just going to save my money and not buy anything at this first shop. I hate to have to do that because typically you need to have some relatively playable jokers before the first, whatever it is, boss blind, which in this case is the window. But neither of those two looked like good ones to get early. Essentially, right now, I'm just playing for a full house if I can get one, or at this rate, I'm going to see if I can get just two pairs. Going to be what it is, I guess, because I'm not going to burn another discard to try and get a full house. It's just not likely enough. And I have three more hands to get it sorted out. Okay. I will burn a discard here because I'm one off of a straight either side. Or I have a lot. Oh, no, I do have a straight, so I'm just going to play that since its score is about the same as a full house. Although, yeah, I don't think it's gonna. Yeah, it wasn't good enough to get me through this, but a two pair here should be good enough. And yeah, hopefully we'll see some better jokers or maybe something else I find worth playing or buying. Because otherwise, this boss is going to be very much luck dependent, and I do not want that if I don't have to have that. Okay, I guess I'm going to take this, even though it's what it is highly luck dependent, so not super great. I will also buy that just in case I need it. Because if I'm like a card off, actually, that's not going to help here because wilds will be considered diamonds, but I guess it's useful for the future. I'm going to just get rid of these three. Okay, now I'm going to ditch all of this because I'm just trying to pull a full house at this point. Because that would be good enough to bail me out. I will do one more discard. And I did not get lucky, but two pair might be good enough depending on what multiplier I pull. 12, yeah, it was good enough. All right. So, yeah, I desperately need some good shot pulls, or this is gonna end relatively quickly, and that would not be great. Um, I think the even one might be. I would say the even one is fairly playable, or the heart. Which one? Well, heart is only one quarter of the cards, and even is definitely more than a quarter. So between the two, even is more likely to have a higher payout. And extra hand size is always nice to have. It just increases reliability. And let's see what the next boss is. Oh, it's the needle. Okay. So, yeah, I'm going to need to find something more reliable than misprint for that since I only have one hand to get it right. So, yeah, I'm just going for a full house again. We'll see if I can get it. It's not looking likely. I'm going to be honest. Oh no, I barely got one. And this should definitely be enough because I'm going to get plus 12 multiple from just the 310s. Oh yeah, this is going to be fine. Even with the relatively terrible misprint pull. Yeah. And let's see. I don't think that's great. Um, I will buy and use three of a kind boost, even though more likely than not I'll try and get a full house over that. But if I get a three of a kind without the pair, then at least it's slightly higher scoring. Okay. I'm just going. Actually, I'll save these and ditch kings. Is the multiplier is pretty good. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna do a full house because actually no, three of a kind just pays better. And yeah. Yeah, I think three of a kind is gonna end up being a better multiplier just because even though I'm losing out on 12 chips from the not having two aces, the extra one multiple I think covers it. So yeah. In that case, I might as well take this. This one works even better because even if I have a full house, that'll still activate. Um, I'm I'm just going to leave this like this because now I'm just playing for a three of a kind with something like eights, for instance, seems fairly good. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep on hunting for it. I guess I'll leave the king pair here just in case, even though I've already burned through a king. Okay. I will once again leave the king pair here because worst case scenario, I just have to go with straight. Uh, no, I'm fine actually. I got the three of a kind of eights, which thank God I did because I accidentally discarded a 10 in there I meant to keep. But yeah, we're gonna be completely fine. Oh yeah, very fine. All right. So now we're on to ante three, and I'm not sure what the best way to improve my hand all that much is gonna be. I mean, I'm gonna buy the discount pack because this should pay itself off within the game. Um, I'm not gonna take that. No chance because I'm pretty much never gonna be above, or I'm pretty much always gonna have to do a lot of discards to try and get three of a kinds. Yeah, I guess not in this case. I just got one right off the bat. And I don't expect this to be high scoring. Yeah, no, it wasn't even 2,800. It was close. A no cigar. Yeah, I might. I'm either going to need to go for more planets or find a way to increase my chip count because this currently just isn't typically going to be high scoring enough to for me to get good points unless I get a good misprint pull. Yeah, and these are all modifying multiplier instead of chips. Um, I'm gonna buy that, and I might get the one that modifies where that lets cards be triggered on the last turn get triggered twice. I'll get the full house modifier actually. because playing 5 cards is preferable if possible. And yeah, I think I'll take this just in case, because that would give me a lot more uh, multiplier bonus from even Steven over there. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to ditch all of these low ones. That's not a great 2 pair to see. I might have to play it though if I don't get something better. Okay, I'll just play this full house. I'm not gonna get the even Steven bonus, but that's fine. I don't think this is definitely not gonna be enough to pass the score, but gets rid of all. Well, it was very close actually. Okay. Hopefully, yeah. There we go. This should be high scoring enough. Oh yeah, this is gonna definitely be fine, even though I did pull a 0 multiplier on there. But yeah. Um. All right. I don't even think I ever remembered to check what this one is. Each king held in hand gives times 1.5 mult. Yeah, I think I'm gonna want both of these because that multiplier at the end is very useful, especially since I don't want to be playing face cards anyways. And I will take a spectral, even though it's going to put me down 1 level of interest. Um, I guess I'll just use it on this jack to put the blue seal on it. Because I don't have any other great thing to do. Ooh, pillar. I didn't check that. Cards played previously, this anti are debuffed. Okay, I'm just gonna ditch all of this. And the kings, or as many of them as possible, are gonna stay because they are very high scoring. I'm just trying to pull another 4 if possible. And since I can't do that, I will just do a pair or I'm going to just do a pair of 4s and ditch as many other cards as possible. Yeah, I don't think this is going to be super high scoring. Oh yeah, not even nowhere near high scoring at all. Okay. I guess I'm just gonna play. I'm gonna have to rely on a good dusk, I think. I'm just gonna ditch these cards. See if I can pull another 6. Because if I can, then I can play a 3 of a kind with it, or make it a full house of 2 kings. Which, yeah. Worst case scenario, I'll just do a 4 of a kind of kings. Or, no, probably a 3 of a kind, because I think I'm going to get better points off of it. And I desperately need to get good points for this last one. Yeah, 3 of a kind, 50 times 5 versus a 4 of a kind. I think I'm just gonna have to I'll just do a full house. And I'll get the 1 multiply, and that should be most likely good enough, especially with the dusk activating. That should cover it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm fine. Okay. Yeah, I need to increase my hand size or try and find a way to get rid of some of my other cards, if possible, because this is not going well. Um, I don't really want any of this stuff actually, other than that, but that brings me down 2 interest levels. So, okay. I am just going to skip this one, and I think I can take the club relatively easily. But Yeah. So I have a three of a kind of fours. I'm gonna just see if I can get an eight or something. Okay, there we go. So this hand should be enough to just sweep this one completely, to be honest. I think, yeah, because I'm gonna get, yeah, just a high multiplier off of that. Yeah. All right. And at some point, I'll probably use this levers to make a whatever it is, a full house into like a flush and full house. Neither of these jokers I think are good enough to replace. Actually, this one might be. Yeah, I might. I think I'm gonna get rid of misprint and get this one because if I'm mainly playing full house and uh whatever it is, three of a kind, and then that one will be useful. I will try and get a good tarot card. Yeah, I'll just double my money. Okay. So now I definitely have enough money to buy that, which should help me with celestial packs, which I don't have any of right now. Okay. So let's see. What am I working with? I think I'll just start off with a two pair and ditch some clubs. Because I'm just going to save my discards for the end. Since Dusk is something I want to try and play for if I can. If that's held to hand, so I'm going to try and keep that. I'm going to just ditch all of this. Because if I don't need Dusk, I won't play Dusk. Um, yeah, I'm just going to do. I'll play this hand. And we'll see if it buffs my full house at all. I don't expect it to, but. Yeah, no, it did not that time, but alright. I'm just gonna ditch all of these. And I still have two hands to play. Just gonna get rid of all of this. Now I have three of a kind of these. I will do one more discard. And now then for this hand before the last one, I'm just gonna play these three cards. Because, yeah, I'm gonna see if I can pull anything better for the last one. No, I cannot. I'm just going to be playing a three of a kind then. And hopefully I should score highly enough. Oh, nice. I got a level up. So that'll help a little. It's a shame I'm going to miss a couple of my times four bonuses. But hopefully this should be. Yeah. Oh man, barely. Jeez. And yeah, I'm going to. Once I get to the shop, I'll use this real quick to boost my score some more for a full house. And yeah, even Steven might not be useful enough. Gain $1 for each 9 in your full deck at the end of round. That's not great. I will take this Celestial pack though, and I'm just gonna boost a full house again. I might have to get rid of even Steven at some point. No, even Steven pays off too much. Zany Joker might have to be gotten rid of because I'd prefer a better Joker than that in hand. Or something, I guess, more substantial. Just gonna ditch all these for now. I forgot to even check what the blind is. Oh, it's -1 hand size, that's fine. Okay. I am just going to ditch all of these and see if I can get a full. Okay, perfect, a full house. All right. Let's see how well this is going to score. Oh, snap. A one rounder, nice. But the one rounder was very close to uh, just not covering it, which is not great. No, I don't think I want that. I will take the Celestial Pack though, so I can boost my full house again. Because, yeah, if I can play full houses more often, that'd be good. And I'll take a tarot card now. Um, yeah, I think I'm going to just convert this jack into another 10 to slightly boost my tones. And I'm going to want to use a spectral card. So let's see what my options are. Um, yeah, I think I will do that to an 8. So, no, right? At least this is a good starting hand here because I have a couple kings I can just hold on to for the entire game. I'm gonna just ditch all of those. And yeah, I think I'll do one more discard. And I'm just gonna play a 2 pair, I guess. Um, Actually, I'm just gonna convert this to being a wild card as well. And then I can just make this a flush, which should be higher scoring. Okay. Just gonna ditch. Yeah, I still have some 10s waiting in the rafters, so I can just discard for 10s. Or in this case, I guess I'm just gonna play a queen high card because I'm out of discards. And I'm just trying to get more of those 10s out. Okay, so I have a full house of kings, which might be what I have to play. I'm gonna play for my last whatever it is dusk hand, but we will see. If I can pull another 10, then I'll be able to save a king for the multiplier bonus. Perfect. And this should score highly enough because of the dusk. We'll see if this is good enough. Yeah, barely. Which, based on the fact that I'm still just barely passing by, I think the most sacrificial thing will be Space Joker. But I was just hoping it would get me another level up or two. Uh, I don't want either of those to be honest. But I will take a Celestial Pack and use it to upgrade my full house again. And I think I'm going to have to do a shop reset to see if I can get some better jokers. But first, I'm going to just try and get myself another card to help more. I guess I'll take another king to sit in my deck, and I'm gonna play that because this one with whatever it is, this joker up here, my steel king of spades is essentially just going to be getting that effect a second time, and I will take that as well to put on a different one. Uh, yeah, no, I can't really continue to discard even more. And I once again forgot to check my blind. So it's just a spade debuff. And that's a Mega Arcana pack, which isn't super worth it. I am just going to discard all of these. Okay, I'll play a 2 pair and get rid of that 5. We'll see how much more payout the Space Joker potentially can give. Doesn't look like it upgraded that one, but that's fine. Okay, a 4 of a kind. I don't think a 4 of a kind is going to be more worth it than potentially a full house. So I'm just going to see if I can get that. I'm equally likely to pull a 6 or an 8, so I might as well try and get an 8. And I did not get another 8. So I will instead just play a full house, and I'll see how well this deal king, or, well, I actually know how well it's going to do because it's going to multiply it by 1.5 twice. And yeah, it was over 20k at least. And I did get myself another one of those from that blue seal on the jack. So yeah, let's see. I'm gonna just use that because I have enough money to not even need to consider if I'm gonna sell it or not. Um, the plus 50 chips. I don't think it's useful enough is the problem. Actually, instead of a space joker, it might be. I'm gonna real quick use a celestial pack and upgrade my full house again. And I'm going to also use an Arcana pack. If I get any kings showing up in these cards, then I'm going to use my chariot on those. And I believe this was the one that debuffs spade cards, yeah, so I don't want to convert to spades. I will instead make this 8 a lucky card. And yeah, I'll do one reroll in the shop. Yeah, no, I'm just going to keep the Space Joker for now. And I don't really want the Mega Arcana pack. Okay, I'm going to. For now, I will discard. Yeah, I think all of these. I was considering seeing if I could pull a 2 for a straight, but it doesn't seem that worth it. Well, I did pull one. But I'll just play this straight. Because I'd rather keep the jack around, if possible, for the extra planet card. I don't expect this to be super high scoring, but it doesn't really need to be. So I'm just using it to try and cycle in more cards. I will play just a pair. And yeah, I can wait to see more 10s show up. Okay, I did get another 10. I have multiple kings. I'm going to just ditch those 2 cards and see if I can do better. I will ditch them again. And okay, a 3 of a kind. Should be fairly high scoring. Ooh, and I got a level up for my 3 of a kind. That's useful. I don't expect this to be enough to get me through the round, but yeah, no, it wasn't. That's fine. Um, I will. Actually, I'll just do this full house because it should be enough with Dusk activating and the times 1.5 to the 4th from all my kings. And we'll see. I don't expect Space Joker to boost my full house, but you never know. Oh, okay, yeah, that was very much enough. And I guess I'll use this because, once again, I just have enough money to not need to be concerned about cash. So I might as well use that. But yeah, I'm going to need to ditch this Space Joker relatively soon. I don't need the consumable spot. I guess I'll just use these to upgrade. Let's see if I get a three of a kind, I'll use the other one on that. But otherwise, I'm just going to keep on upgrading my full house. I did not. So yeah, I'm just going to have a level 11 full house. Yeah, because at some point, that's kind of all I'm playing for. Okay. So I have a full house here, and I am just going to use it because it makes more sense to use especially since these are lower valued cards. I might as well just use it to get a good number of points out. And now it's time for me to start discarding. I will ditch all of my spades and cards that are relatively low. And I'm just going to ditch all three of these, and I'll keep the jacks to see if I can get a full house with queens and jacks, which I did. I don't think this one's going to be super high scoring, but it's going to be good enough points, which is what really matters. Yeah, I have just two hands left to get a reasonably good hand. I'll keep the six even though it's non-scoring now. Because, yeah, for my next hand, I'm going to see if I can get any sixes or eights. Uh, the Space Joker is activated more times, I think, on just a high card than literally anything else. Okay, so I'm just going to have a two pair, which isn't amazing, but I will leave my kings here because I need all the multipliers I can get. And I get, I mean, the boost from Space Joker is genuinely pretty useful here because I kind of need it. And barely good enough, but no matter what, I guess, even though it's barely good enough, that's still gonna take me through. And now I'm insanely rich. And uh, yeah, I can sell the Space Joker now. I will, for now, buy this, and I will just play Club Suit, which I'm not concerned about the uh, whatever it is joke. Since I just fought the club boss, I shouldn't have to fight that again, which means this should be a relatively safe investment. And now I will also look at for Arcana packs because if I can change cards over to being clubs, that's helpful. Since I might as well buy this because I have just so much money that yeah, I don't see a reason to hold on to too much of it right now. I'm gonna use this one to get tarot cards because then I have a chance of pulling one that helps. Okay. And do I have one for a three of a kind? I do. I'm gonna use that. Because, yeah. Okay. 1 in 7 cards is face down. That's fine. Okay. I'll make this card a glass card. Because 2s are relatively low scoring, so yeah. And now I can just use all my planet cards again. And yeah, I'm just going to boost as much as humanly possible. And then I think I'm just going to ditch all of these since I already have a pair of 4s. Pair of 4s, I'll keep the pair of 9s around just in case. Okay. Yeah, I think I'll just do the 2 pair. And yeah, maybe the glass card won't die. Who knows? Okay. I have a 3. 3 of these. I'm just going to ditch all of this to see if I can pull a 10 or an 8. I did not, and I will do it again. Oh, great, I did. So, here we go. This should be enough, even though I only have 2 clubs in here technically. I'm not super concerned. Yeah, okay. There we go. Yeah. The next one to go might be the even Steven if I can find another one like Glennis Joker. That's helpful. Joker gains. Ooh. Ooh, this one might be useful. This is per steel card in deck, which means I could play. Yeah, I think this might be more valuable than the Baron is. Because this one's just a guaranteed, so I'm going to actually just take it. And then I will buy this pack, and I think I'm going to also buy the Spectral pack. And perfect. I wanted to convert cards to clubs, so I'm just going to convert the ones I'm most likely to play into clubs. And now let's see what Spectral card I'm going to get. I guess I'll just put a purple seal on this card because if I ever get it, I'm likely to discard it, so makes the most sense to me. And let's go into the next round. Boosted hand size for the boss might actually be nice. Yeah, I think we'll do that. Because. And I got an initially good pull of not having any face down cards. So, yeah, I'm gonna do this. And, um, oh man. I am going to ditch all of this because I am a card off of a straight flush. And if I could get that, that'd be great. This is either a king or an ace. It's looks like it's going to be a king of spades probably, or an ace of spades. Either way, I am going to discard all 3 of. Actually, I'll say that I'll discard these 2 because you know I at this point I'm just greeting it. If I can get that, that'd be great. I have not gotten it unfortunately. So close. But for now, I will just play a low scoring hand to ditch stuff. Because, yeah, if I can get a straight flush, that should score me, yeah, very highly. Just because of all the +4 multipliers I'm going to get. And will I get any of the. I did not get any of the lucky card effects, but that's fine. Yeah, not as high scoring as I would have hoped, but high scoring nonetheless. Okay. I think. Let's see, actually. What are the cards? So, odds are that this one has a 2 out of 3 chance of being a 9 as opposed to a 10. But if it is a 10, it's going to be high scoring. Unfortunately, it was a 9, that's fine. 2 pairs still gets me a reasonable score. Nothing crazy, but it's a passable score. Though for the last hand, looks like, um, let's see the suits of all of this. This one here is a high club suit, which means it's going to be probably a jack of clubs or a 10 of clubs. Um, Okay, actually, trying to figure out what suit this is then. Oh, this one has to be a diamond, actually, which means it is the Queen of Diamonds. So I can get a full house. The full house isn't going to get me a huge amount of bonuses, or none of the even Steven ones, but just the fact it's a full house means it's already going to be extremely high scoring, and the fact I have a whatever it is, Steel King out means, yeah, it's good enough, which is all that really matters. And now we're on the final ante, so I just have one more go around to go through, and then we'll see. We'll see if I can make it, which would be nice with this, especially with this janky hand. Um, I mean, I might as well buy that. See if I can get anything better than even Steven. Um, that's not super helpful of an addition. So I will instead just buy this, and then I'm going to do at least one reset in the shop. See if I can get a Joker to replace even Steven, because that one I think is pulling the least weight. Okay, nothing yet. And the final one flips and shuffles all Joker cards, which the only one that's going to be problematic for is Steel Joker, because I want that to happen at the end, which means once I figure out where it is, I can line it up. Um, I think I'll play this blind because I think I'm going to skip big blind. Okay, I'm just going to ditch all of these, and I'm going to use this immediately. Oh, nice. So that's one just also has a plus 10 multiplier. Um, okay. I can ditch that king now. I'm going to ditch these as well. I want to pull an 8 or a 10 or some 4s, if possible. For now, I'm just going to play a single pair and ditch that, I think, for my first hand, because I kind of want to keep both of those kings around. Yeah, that's not going to score anything great at all. Okay. So, yeah, if I could have saved that jack, I would have preferred to, but I don't want to use my discards too early if I don't have to. And yeah, this isn't. It's not bad. It's not a bad score. It's just nothing crazy from what I've scored so far. And we'll see if I can get. Oh, here we go. This is perfect. I'm actually going to save this hand. I'm just going to play a high card hand for this one because I want to get the dusk bonus on it. Since I don't think it's going to be high scoring enough, because it's just not enough clubs. We will see. This should actually be pretty much guaranteed because almost every other hand I've played, I haven't been using the dusk bonus, or at least recently. So this one might just score very, like, yeah, just a very high score actually. Yeah, yeah, okay, yeah. So I should be fine if, as long as I'm able to get a good enough hand before the dusk happens for the boss, I should be fine. And that's not great. I will use this though to see if I can get some useful tarot cards. The wild one can be useful. The glass one I don't think is going to be super useful. And yeah, I'm going to use this again. And I think I will buy the tarot pack just so I can potentially get rid of this glass one for something better. I will, I think, also convert these 3 cards here to spades. I will make this a glass card just because I don't really have a use for it. But yeah, if I can consolidate my tens, and I guess I'll make this 7 a spade as well, just to use it. If I can consolidate as much into a single suit as possible, I can potentially get a flush and a full house, which isn't one of the initial poker hands you have, but if you ever pull it, it becomes one that gets shown on there, and I think it does. It's pretty high scoring. I'm going to buy that as well. And that Joker is not helpful, so I'm not going to use it. And I'm getting another Arcana pack. Okay. I will convert these two cards to being sixes. And I'm going to make this 10 a wild card. Because I want to use the Emperor to fill up more spaces while I'm here. Although this one's not helpful, so I'm going to just ditch that. I think I'm going to ditch this one as well, actually. Okay. So I am going to convert left card into right card. I'm just going to get another wild 10 here. Okay. So now I just need to figure out which one is my Steel Joker, because order doesn't matter for the rest of them. And figuring out which one is the Steel Joker should be pretty easy, because it just activates last. So I'm just going to play this hand for the single pair, and just based on where the Steel Joker happens. Okay. So this one's the Steel Joker. There we go. So that's all that mattered from that end. I'm actually gonna ditch all of this. I'm gonna discard these three, and I'll keep the ace. Okay, I'm gonna use this immediately, so I can boost stuff, because odds are I might have to play an ace high card at some point soon, which means I might just end up playing that fairly soon. Save my discards after I ditch. I'm just going to play the undesirables, because I just need a 10 or an 8. That's really all I'm fishing for. And I think this one's a dusk, but I'm not going to figure it. Okay, so I'm set up. And I have two hands left, so I'm not going to be able to get a. I don't expect to get a straight flush unless I want to use both of these kings, which I might do. Or whatever it is, a flush house, technically, which I theoretically could actually do. That might be higher scoring. No, actually, I don't think it will be. We'll see, though. So a flush house is 140, 14. Yeah, no, it just scores worse than a full house, so there's not even a reason to. Okay. So this should be very high scoring, ignoring the fact that most of it's not clubs. But I have two clubs in there, which should be enough, considering full houses just score very highly, anyways. And maybe I'll get a. Okay, I did not get the lucky card effect either time, but that's fine. Yeah, okay, we're fine. So, all right. That ends the run. So, hope y'all enjoyed, and I'll see you next time I see you.